Hey guys, how are you doing? Today is Saturday, January 10th, and we have 6 NBA games on the slate. Please make sure you subscribe, give this video a like, and always drop a comment. Alright, let's start with our first game. Minnesota Timberwolves versus Cleveland Cavaliers. For this matchup, I'm leaning toward the Minnesota Timberwolves plus 3.5. These two teams just played, and Minnesota controlled that game from start to finish with a 131-122 win. The Wolves are playing strong basketball right now, covering this number consistently, and they've shown they can stay competitive or outright win in this matchup. With Cleveland failing to cover this spread in a majority of recent games, taking the points with Minnesota makes sense here. Player prop suggestion. I'm rolling with Jarrett Allen over 8.5 rebounds. Allen has cleared this number in 5 straight games, and his role on the glass remains steady regardless of game flow. Minnesota's frontcourt forces bigs to stay active defensively and on the boards, and Allen has consistently delivered in this spot. With his minutes secure and rebounding trends holding strong, the over is the direction I'm taking. Miami Heat versus Indiana Pacers. For this matchup, I'm leaning toward the Miami Heat -7.5. Indiana continues to be severely undermanned, and this is a Pacers team that struggled to stay competitive, especially at home. Miami has already shown they can control this matchup, winning by 26 points the last time these teams met. With Indiana missing multiple key rotation players and ranking near the bottom defensively, this sets up as another spot where Miami can dictate pace and gradually pull away. Player prop suggestion. I'm rolling with Pascal Siakam, over 26.5 points. Siakam remains the clear offensive focal point for Indiana, with Tyrese Halliburton out for the season. His usage and shot volume stay elevated regardless of game script, and he's consistently cleared this number in similar spots. Against the Miami defense that often forces opponents into isolation scoring, Siakam should see plenty of opportunities to attack and reach this total again. Detroit Pistons versus Los Angeles Clippers. For this matchup, I'm leaning toward the Pistons -6.5. Detroit has been one of the most reliable home teams this season and continues to control games defensively, ranking near the top of the league in points allowed. The Clippers come in shorthanded and have struggled to generate consistent offense on the road. With Detroit playing at a slower, more controlled pace and owning clear efficiency edges on both ends, this sets up as a spot where the Pistons can separate by the second half. Player prop suggestion. I'm rolling with Cade Cunningham over 27.5 points. Cunningham remains the engine of this offense, especially in home matchups where his usage and shot volume trend upward. Against the Clippers defense that lacks perimeter stoppers due to injuries, Cade should see clean looks and extended time on the ball. If Detroit plays from ahead as expected, he's still the primary scorer. Boston Celtics versus San Antonio Spurs. For this matchup, I'm leaning toward the Celtics -1. This lines up as a tight game, but Boston holds a clear defensive edge and has been strong when games come down to execution late. The Celtics rank near the top of the league in points allowed and tend to close better in half-court situations. With this number essentially asking Boston to win the game, the matchup and home environment give them a slight but meaningful edge. Player prop suggestion. I'm rolling with Stephen Castle under 6.5 assists. Castle has gone under this assist line in his 2 most recent games, and his role has leaned more towards scoring than facilitating in this matchup stretch. Against the Boston defense that limits clean passing lanes and forces tougher reads, the assist opportunities may be more limited. With his recent trend and the matchup context, the under on assists makes sense here. Chicago Bulls versus Dallas Mavericks. For this matchup, I'm leaning toward the Dallas Mavericks plus 3.5. This sets up as a competitive game, and Chicago hasn't consistently separated from teams with similar profiles. Dallas has shown the ability to hang around even when short-handed in the front court, and with this spread sitting inside 2 possessions, the numbers point toward a game that stays tight into the final minutes. Player prop suggestion. I'm rolling with Nikola Vucevic over with a double-double. Vucevic has hit a double-double in 3 of his last 4 games, and the matchup favors his skill set. Dallas lacks a true interior anchor, which should allow Vucevic to control the glass while getting steady scoring touches. With his recent consistency in points and rebounds, this lines up well for another double-double performance. Charlotte Hornets versus Utah Jazz. For this matchup, I'm leaning toward the Utah Jazz plus 4.5. This projects as a tight, high-scoring game. Utah's offense has been far more reliable than their record suggests, and Charlotte hasn't consistently pulled away from teams in this range. With the Jazz able to score in bunches and keep pressure on the Hornets throughout, taking the points makes sense in what looks like a one-possession game late. Player prop suggestion. I'm rolling with Lauri Markkanen over 26.5 points. Markkanen continues to be the focal point of Utah's offense and thrives in up-tempo games. Charlotte allows efficient scoring, especially from primary options, and with the total sitting high, the pace should support strong shot volume. If this game stays close as expected, Markkanen's usage and scoring opportunities line up well for him to clear this number. Thank you for watching. Please make sure you share the video, and once again, thank you for all the support. Let's get this channel to 5,000 subscribers. I'll see you guys later, and good luck on your bets.